A very good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
I'm indeed extremely happy to be here with all of you, and indeed I think this is the award function we are having after a gap of a couple of years. And I remember last time also we were in the same hotel and we had an award function over here. But the only difference is last time for the awards there were about 300-350 people. This time we have 700 people for the award. And I think that is a testament and a success that you all have achieved through your hard work, through your commitment, and through your belief that if you work hard, do the right thing, success is possible. So in a matter of 2 years, you would have seen that the number of people who have achieved the award have doubled. And I congratulate and compliment each and every one of you for your hard work, your commitment, your dedication, and ensuring that we achieve our targets, and as a result of which Wockhardt has achieved the performance it has over the last 2 years. So congratulations to all of you. And I'm sure that with this hard work and commitment, and if we carry that on in the days and the years and the months to come, we shall be able to create a different future for ourselves. And I would like to share with you a little bit about where we have our history over the last 8-10 years in terms of performance, what we have achieved over the last 2 years, and a little bit about a glimpse of what Wockhardt future looks like over the next 5 to 7 years. So what is important, I think, for all of us to realize that if we work hard, we can achieve success. So I think the beginning is in your mind. If you believe you can do something, I think we can be successful and we can achieve it, and that is what we have done over the last 2 years, and that is how we have shown that we can be successful. But what the saying says is that if we do it repeatedly, again and again and again, then it doesn't become an act. It becomes a habit. And if we achieve the success that we have achieved in the last 2 years, if we do it for the next 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, I think we will see a different future for our India business than we have seen in the past. And excellence and success, when we do repeatedly, it becomes a habit, and we do it even more repeatedly, it becomes a part of our character. It becomes part of our DNA. It is who we are, and it is the future that we will create through repeatedly being successful and working hard and committing to the excellence that we have achieved in the last 2 years. And therefore, when you see great people, they achieve greatness not because they were successful for 1 year or 2 years, but because they have done it repeatedly year after year after year for the last 15 years, 20 years. That's why you have great people like Tendulkar and others who do it year and year and year and find the motivation and the inspiration to succeed every year, because every year gives you new motivation and new inspiration to be successful. And that is what we have to do in order to achieve that kind of success and create the future that we want. If you see, this shows a little bit of a glimpse. The yellow line shows our growth over the last 8 to 10 years. The red line shows the growth of the industry. And if you see over the last 2 years, both the years we have grown above 30%. And that's remarkable actually. So So if you see, we have brought about amazing turnaround in the business over the last few years, and we have not done anything special or extraordinary. It is the same team by and large, the same people, and the only thing is we believed we can do it. We created a strategy and a plan which we thought will succeed, and we committed ourselves to it by setting those targets, and by day in and day out going and trying to achieve those targets and believing that that is possible. And I think that is what the difference is the belief that each and every one of you have, that a target is achievable, it is doable, and if we have the right plan in place of how we will go about doing it, I think this is what we see over the last 2 years. This is what we have created, and this is the foundation that we have laid for the future, for the history, for the future of Wockhardt over the next 5 to 7 years. Next, please. Can come all together, one after the other. Okay, I think let's. If I go on to what is it that we want to do over the next 5 to 7 years. I think this is broadly the intent or the vision that we have. These are the drivers, and this is what we intend to do, and this is how we will achieve our aspiration and ambition of being in the top 10. I think first and foremost is leadership position. I think whatever we do, we want to be leaders. We don't want to be there among the crowd. We want to be leaders. And we have brands which are having a leadership position. So there are products, there are brands, there are therapies where we want to achieve leadership. Can anyone share with me any areas where we think we are leaders? Would anyone like to share any brands, any product, any therapies where we think we have achieved leadership or where we are leaders? Biovac A, Biovac B. I think that's a great example, excellent example. I remember it was only 2 years back we created the vaccine division, seeing the potential in the vaccine market. And today both Biovac A and Biovac B, we are number 1 in the market. So congratulations to the vaccine. If we can do it in one area, we can do it in all areas. Any other examples you have where we are leaders? Not October P. One at a time. Not October P. Methicobol. For all of you to know, Methicobol is a product we introduced for the first time in India 10 years back with a collaboration with Zign. Today we have more than 50% market share in the Methicobol plain market. So that is where we have created a therapy where we have achieved dominance, and we have maintained it for the last 10 years. Any other examples? Not October P. That's another segment and therapy we created last 1.5 years back. And this year we will close at about 12 or 15 crores, number 1 in the segment that we are. So there are innumerable examples where we have leadership. ZX, Bro ZX, Cryptoma, which is an age-old brand. All these we have very high market position, and in their particular segment we are leaders. So why is leadership important? Why do we want to be leaders? Anyone? You can circulate mics around. As a leader, you can shape the market. You can create a path and others will follow. So you have the opportunity for driving and creating a market. Yes? It gives you control over a certain direction of the market. Right? Very important. It gives you respect it gives you respect internally also, how you feel about yourself and your company and what you're doing. And more importantly, and as importantly, not more importantly, as importantly, in the industry also it gives respect. Yeah.
One leader brands makes other brands leader.
I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat?
One leader brand makes other brand leader.
Excellent. I think that's a great thought. if you are a leader in one area, it creates a kind of a force that allows other brands to also grow up and become much better than what they are doing. So it creates a kind of a magnetic force or leadership force that drives other brands and other business ahead. So that's why one of the thoughts that we have is what we do, we should strive to achieve leadership. We cannot do it in all brands, all products, all therapy areas, but strategically we identify certain areas, certain products and brands where we want to be leaders. So that is one thought we had. Second is, I think we talk of innovation and a science-based approach. And I think that is extremely important because at the end of the day, you have to differentiate yourself from the crowd. The same molecule, there are 50 people having the same molecule, with different brand names. So how do you differentiate yourself? Therefore, innovation, differentiation becomes extremely important to position yourself as well as to have an approach whereby you have an identity. You can create an identity for your brand and yourself. Anyone has any examples? Very good. So methicobal there is a differentiation with methicobal without preservative, without stabilizers.
So Biovac is there, again example, only live attenuated hepatitis A vaccine in India.
Biovac A, only live attenuated vaccine. That's why you see some of these products which are differentiated, they have become leaders in their own category. It is only live attenuated vaccine. It stood out from the competition by being the only live vaccine, whereas the others are killed vaccines. Very good. Any other examples? Sorry? Ace-Proxy-1, I think that's another great example of gastric retention technology where we were the first to have a triple combination of a painkiller and a PPI with a technology that protects the gastric mucosa, and that's why it has been able to develop and become more than a 30 crore brand, I think, this year, the Ace-Proxy-1 franchise. Sorry, I can't hear you. ZX. Better viscosity. Now, a product like cough, there are hundreds and hundreds of cough syrups in the market, but ZX brand has maximum viscosity, and the taste and the feel that you get while you have ZX is unique, and it's an identity. It is something different, and there is a group of customers and patients who love that, and that's how we have been able to grow and develop ZX. So going on to our next one, patient and customer centric approach. I think this is extremely important. I think there are two aspects to this. One is a customer, that is a doctor, and the other is a patient. I think customer, we all know that without knowing your customer, having a relationship with your customer, understanding your customer, you will never be able to develop business. And I think that is the fundamental or the foundation of any business, knowing and understanding your customer. And the other thing that is becoming extremely important is the patient management and patient services that are becoming important, especially for chronic diseases or diseases or areas where you need to shape the market and go out to shape the market and create the market. Patient management and patient services, patient education awareness becomes very important. Any examples you would like to give? Sammy, you would like to elaborate on anything on that?
Good morning, I am S.K. Prasad from Delhi, Marine 2 Division, sir. Actually, in this we are focusing on patient because patient has to take for longer period. It is a chronic segment. So when we are maintaining a relationship with the customer and we are giving the service to the customer, patient is taking for full tenures. So in that way we help our business also. That is
so there are like in SAMI there are
with House of Happy program, sir.
House of Happy. So
yeah.
When SAMI was introduced in India, I think one of the things the Marine 2 division did was a House of Happy program to promote adherence to the treatment of SAMI. It's a chronic treatment, it's a long-term treatment. So continuous patient programs to promote adherence is extremely important in chronic treatment. Yeah.
Thank you.
Correct. Very good example. Dozenex LS, the spoon. Now, this is a very simple thing, but it has created a differentiation in the market. The cough syrup that we have, Dozenex LS, for the children, in order to make it convenient for children to have it, we have designed a specific spoon, and that makes it convenient to give it to the children. And we have patented that spoon, so it is the only unique spoon that is there in the market that we have. It is just the power of an idea. There is nothing expensive about it, nothing very great. It is an idea that we had and somebody had. We patented it and we created an innovation for the patient and for the child. Very good example. Anyone else? You are Methicobol champion. Correct. Very good.
Sir, another example here in the Ace-Poxion tablet, aciclovir with Rebuzol. We reduce the one pill of the patient and quite.
Thank you. We discussed that, and Ace-Poxion, that is with the abiprazole tablet, gastroretentive. Yeah.
That's why it's not growing very fast.
So another patient-centric differentiation, the flavor of Azivox syrup, which is otherwise a bitter-tasting medicine, is a very lovely flavor, and that will help improve compliance and usage by the child. So that's why I think this is another very important driver. I think customer centricity, customer knowledge, customer understanding, customer relationship is at the foundation of what we do, and patient is becoming extremely important in various areas, therapy, in terms of either innovation, differentiation, and maintaining relationship and business. I think as we move along and as we are growing rapidly, we are growing by 30% over the last 2 years, and as we have created a vision for our India business, that over the next 5 to 7 years, let us aim to be among the top 10. And how do we do that? I think one is the existing businesses that we have, where we will be growing, we will be developing, innovating, trying to create new life cycle management of big brands. Second is we have to identify new businesses for growth. So we will be looking at new opportunities, new businesses, new therapies, new customer groups, and looking at developing those, and that becomes a very important and critical driver, I think, going forward. New products in the existing businesses as well as new businesses become important. At the end of the day, I think what we want to create is not businesses that will come and go. I think at the end what we want to create is high growth, profitable, sustainable businesses. What I mean by sustainable is what we do, we are not here to do it for now and today. Whatever we do, I think we must keep in mind that we are here to create a business for the future. And when we think that what we are doing it for the future, we are doing it to lay a foundation for the future, we will always do the right thing, and we will ensure that we make it strong so that it creates the next lever of growth going forward. I think that is extremely important. We are not here to achieve our monthly, quarterly targets, annual targets. I think that is important. But at the same time, we must realize that we are all also laying the very foundation and the very basis of a future growth and a future business. I think if we are able to do all this consistently over the next 5 to 7 years, grow by 25 to 30%, do you think we'll be in the top 10? Yes. Do you promise to be with the company till we are in the top 10? Yes. So let's move on. I think this is a little bit about the detail. A few months back we had a strategy workshop, a plan at a corporate level, not only for India business but for the global business that we have. And every business created a plan and a strategy of how we want to evolve over the next 6 years. So if we continue to grow by 25 to 30% every year, we will be touching about, we are about 1200 crores we will end this year, we will touch about 4800, 5000 crores. So we will grow by 4.5 to 5 times. Our PCPM will double, and we will achieve our top 10 position. Our market share in the market will be about 2.5 to 3%. And we will introduce the NC portfolio and the new chemical entities that you would be hearing about some of these, and that is extremely interesting. I think some of the new businesses which I mentioned earlier, one of them where we will definitely create a mark and we will be one of the, definitely be leaders, but we will not only be leaders in India but global leadership we are looking at, is our NC portfolio, which is the anti-infective portfolio we have, where we are developing new chemical entities for antibiotics, especially those antibiotics, those diseases and those organisms where there is resistance that is developed. As you would know that because of the high usage of antibiotics all across, there is a very high level of resistance that is developed among antibiotics. And today for a lot of diseases antibiotics don't work. So we have been doing drug discovery in this area for the last 15 years, and today we have 3-4 products which are in phase 1 and phase 2, and we are taking it to the global market. Some of them are for unmet medical needs where resistance levels are very high. India also we will be developing a MC business, and we will be looking at getting these products into the market, and that is one of areas that where we will also achieve. We are looking at not only leadership here but global leadership. So the best way to predict the future is to create it, and I think that is what when you create the future, you create also success, you create happiness, and you create everything positive that is there, which itself becomes a magnet and becomes a force for other successes. You would notice that one success always gives birth to other success. So when you are successful in one thing, you will realize that it has a magnifying effect, it has a multiplying effect, and it creates other successes. We have grown by 30-33% last 2 years, and this is, I think, the genesis and the birth of a new trajectory of growth over the next 5 to 7 years. So we will look forward for your commitment, your hard work, your support, and I'm sure that we will be able to achieve our aspiration that we have. As you would have noticed, over the last year we have unveiled a kind of philosophy for the organization, a kind of purpose, and that is around the theme Life Wins. So let me spend 2-3 minutes in trying to elaborate the concept, the reality, and what we intend to do with Life Wins and how we intend to take it forward. As you saw in the initial Wockhardt anthem, I think Life Wins is really the purpose of why we are all here. We are all here for a reason, and we are all here because other than achieving our performance objectives, other than achieving our targets, other than achieving our goals, I think we are all here because we all search for a meaning in life, and a meaning that is beyond the regular activity that we do. And that meaning that is there for our life is that we are all here for life to win. And that is the purpose of why we are here, that is the purpose of our existence and the purpose of what we do. Because by doing what we do, in a natural course, life wins. Because we are in the healthcare industry, So whether it is providing a vaccination to a newborn and preventing him from getting hepatitis A or hepatitis B, or whether it is coming up with cough syrup for cough and cold, or whether it is for old age patients who are suffering from diabetes and providing diabetic medications and insulins to control the diabetes, or whether it is patients who have mental disease and are taking Cryptoma and other products that we have, or whether it is life-threatening diseases and where we have established our critical care division for and catering to antibiotics and the new NCs that we will be developing, or whether it is a patient who needs a heart surgery, a bypass surgery and visits a Wockhardt hospital, or whether it is the kind of work that we do in Wockhardt Foundation and which we have been doing over the last 5 years and help save and help millions and millions of lives. So whatever it is that we are doing, we are all doing whatever we do. We are all, whatever we do, we always make life win. And life win is about helping people. It is about making people healthier. It is about saving lives. And it is about committing ourselves to a higher purpose and a higher cause. As I mentioned earlier, our new drug discovery or NC portfolio, antibiotics, where we are developing medicines for new chemical entities, antibiotics, where there is absolute resistance to treatment in the world. And these are actually going to save lives because these organisms have developed resistance to all antibiotics. And we have some antibiotics which are under development phase 1, phase 2. When we come out with them, it will actually save lives. Similarly, I think some of the achievements that we have had in the past, where we have been the first to manufacture insulin and make it affordable to the Indian population at a lower cost, the same high quality medicine at an affordable price, and some of the other innovations that we have had going forward. So whether it is in our pharma and biotech vertical, or whether it is in the hospital vertical or in the foundation vertical, I think everything that we do always ensures that life wins, and that is why I think this year we have adopted our purpose, our theme, our mission of ensuring that life wins. And what are we going to do as far as India business is concerned? I think we are going to take this out and share it with our stakeholders, whether it is our doctors or whether it is our patients or whether it is our vendors. And we are saying, what we are saying is that we are committed to making life win. And that is where each one of you, as you go about meeting your customers and doctors, we will be launching a kind of a program, a campaign, a mission, I think in the India business, to make life win. And this is going to be unveiled, I think, to you as in the days to come, but it's going to be at the beginning of the next year. And our target is to touch 50,000 doctors through this campaign and 6 lakh patients. So I would tell each and every one of you, make this your mission to make life win, to be a part of this campaign, to get your customers involved in a higher purpose, in more than just the regular business, and be a part of the Life Win campaign to ensure that every day we make life win. When, what do you all understand by life wins? It is the ultimate goal for everyone, okay? Anyone else? To support, I can't. To support and help the patient, okay. there activities that we can do to save the life? Okay.
And the most precious thing about a person is the life.
I can't see. Yeah.
The most precious thing about a person is his life. A person, about his doctor, about us, or about everyone. The life is very precious to everyone. That's why life is.
I could not really hear you very clearly. If you can repeat a little loudly.
Yeah. About a person in life is very important. Is very precious to for everyone. That's what we are saying. Life wins.
Very, very good. I think life is very precious. I think at the end of the day, life is precious. Life is above all else. I think everything we do in life, life is above all else. So life is precious. We are here to help life, protect life, save life. Therefore, life wins. Do you think it will help you? Do you think it will help you with your doctors, with your customers, with your patients? How do you think it will help? Emotional. It will help strike an emotional chord, an emotional relationship with your customers. Very, very good. I think at the end of the day, any relationship that you have with anyone is based on emotion. And I think this is the emotion that binds everyone and can bind us to our customers for higher cause, higher purpose. Very good.
Sir,
Yeah.
moreover, this is a very positive statement because when patient is ill, patients are depressed, their caretakers are depressed. But with life wins statement, it becomes positivity.
Very good, excellent. I think what life wins is a statement of positivity. It is a statement of hope. It is a statement that says that when we have a disease, when we have difficulty, that at the end of the day, don't worry, life will win. It gives you all the hope and the positivity necessary for overcoming difficulties. Very good.
Sir, the doctor struggles with patient alive throughout the day, and at last when the patient is saved, he wins. So we say the life wins. The doctor struggles with the patient for saving his life.
The doctor struggles. This is the whole struggle of the whole medical community and the doctors. That all of us are here for helping the patient, making him healthier, for saving a life. So many are facing critical, terminally ill diseases. And in those situations, if we have the spirit of life wins, it gives hope, positivity and determination to fight. Yes. Yeah.
Medicine, great medicine, with a quality medicine, help the doctor to win the life of the patient. That's why we are creating the life. So we are helping the doctor.
Very good. So Wockhardt also is working along with the medical community, along with the doctors. We are all here for a common purpose, to help the patient to make life win. Yeah. Can you give the mic to him, please?
So life means this statement makes a strong identity in society also.
Very, very good, very good. He says that it makes a very strong message and position in society. As an organization associating with a theme or philosophy, a purpose of life wins, creates a very nice image and a kind of position in society. And that is what we call as social respect, social consciousness. And that's what we have been doing in the foundation also over the last 5 years, where we believe, and as we move ahead, as you would be realizing in so much of the communication and social media, that social responsibility is becoming very important. Over the last 5-7 years, social responsibility, social consciousness, and doing for society, giving back to society is extremely important, where you not only are doing what you need to do for business, but what is it that you're doing to give back to society. Very good. Anyone else? Can you please repeat? Gives life. It gives life a different meaning.
When a person suffers and when he hears the the life can be owned. So it gives a different thought process in his mind.
It creates a different thought process when he's suffering and when he's in pain, and he thinks of life wins. It can create a different kind of positivity, a different kind of perspective in his mind. Okay. Okay, I'll not take any more of your time. Let me end by saying that congratulations to each one of you. You are all winners, and every day that you work and you commit to helping patients in need and serving the medical community and in performing and achieving your targets, I think you are all winners. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And let your success be the foundation of many years of successes. Let your success also create ripples and magnify to your colleagues, so that next year, this year we have 700 people. I don't know, next year let us try to achieve 1,000. And at the end, let me compliment, I think, the entire organizing team who have put together this wonderful event over now 2 days. Not only one day, now there are 2 batches, today's batch and then tomorrow's batch. So congratulations, I think, to the entire team for a wonderful show. And have a great time in Pattaya, Bangkok. Enjoy yourself and go back and make life win.